Hi everybody, Robin here at Toadstool Tarot, and I thought I might try a VR to Pappa Squirrel's Tarot Vlogmas 2021 challenge. Now he had a lengthy series of prompt questions for the month of December, and I didn't feel like I could do them all a day at a time, so I pulled the first 7. And I also quickly jotted down the notes from what he shared on the screen. So I'm not sure I have these all right. I haven't looked at his list in a bit. But I'm going to, roll with it, see what happens. The first prompt was Major Arcana Holiday card. What holiday card, or I should say, what card from the Major Arcana makes you think of the holidays? This was kind of tough. I picked the Emperor because he reminds me the most of Santa Claus, sitting on a throne trying to decide who's naughty and who's nice. Prompt number 2. Oh, by the way, you're supposed to do these a day at a time. I couldn't manage that. So like I said, I'm doing 7 today for the week, the past few days and the few days ahead. Second card is Minor Holiday card. Now for this one I picked the 10 of Pentacles because the holidays are usually family-oriented things. People gather around their families for the holidays. So that kind of reminded me of a Minor Arcana holiday card. Number 3 is your favorite card. Can't remember if this has something to do with the holidays or it's just your favorite card in general. So if it's my favorite card in general out of the RWS, it's the one that I identify with as my personal significator. It's the 3 of Wands. I always feel in my life, for some reason, for whatever reason, that I'm standing on the precipice. I've made a certain degree of advancement and the rest is laid out before me, and I'm contemplating my next step. I seem to be perpetually in this position of what am I doing next? And I really identify with this card. Number 4, your least favorite card. I just don't like the imagery and the layout of the Wheel of Fortune card. It's not the meanings of the card, it's just graphically I've never much cared for the way that looks. There are a very small handful of decks that do have nice Wheel of Fortune cards, but I can't think of any offhand that I absolutely love this card. Most of them I just really don't like the depiction at all. Divination challenges. Not sure what this means. I guess currently my divination challenges would be doing sort of instantaneous live readings. I have a little bit of trouble kind of thinking on the spot. I do better readings, I think, if I can lay out a spread and someone supplies me with a question and I meditate and make notes in a journal, and then I kind of write and rewrite and then deliver up my interpretation that I've written. That gives me more time to kind of wade through the imagery, my thought process, be more accurate in the way that I word my reading before presenting it to the person who asks for it. Yeah, I'm not at my best just sort of live and off the cuff, which is funny because I do these little live recordings without editing. I don't really go in for editing on my channel. But what I do is if I have an issue, there's something that really doesn't sit right with me or I don't like, I'll just re-record. So I guess that is sort of a form of editing, self-editing. But anyway, I guess that's a divination challenge that I have trouble with, sort of being able to be spontaneous live with readings and interpretations. I work at it, but I don't really feel at my best there or my most comfortable. Number 6 card, my current spirituality. I'm not really clear on what this one's about, but I pulled 2, and I'd say I'm somewhere between the Hermit and the Hanged Man. I'm sort of on the search for some kind of illumination and dimly lighting my way as I go, and at the same time sort of hanging by my heels and waiting for illumination to come to me. So I guess that's where I'm at with my current spirituality, sort of like part-time sitting and waiting for things to come to me, and the rest of the time sort of researching and studying and reaching or looking out for things that might inspire me or inform me. Number 7 is share a favorite spread. Well, this gets tricky because I can't really show you a spread up in the air like this. If I could levitate cards, I could, and I don't have a really good overhead camera set up. When I do overhead walkthroughs, I use my iPhone on a little gooseneck clamp, and I don't have anything set up that I can switch back and forth between these two setups. And lately my iPhone's been acting up on me when I try to do overhead stuff. I'll get only so far in, and the camera will say, bleep you, and shut itself off, So, yeah, I can't really show you the spread. I'll describe it for you. I found this one. I don't know if I created it or was inspired to come up with it. I call it the inverse pyramid, which is you lay out a row of cards, any number you want. You want to start small, lay out 3 cards. You can do 5, you can do 7, but lay out a row of 3 cards. Underneath that, lay out 1 less card, 2 cards. In the 3rd row, underneath, lay out only 1 card. Now, as you read relationships between the cards. So row number 1 with the 3 cards, you do 2 pairings of 2. You can read the whole row, but you also read the relationships between card 1 and 2 and card 2 and 3. In the 2nd row, you read the 2nd row of the 2 cards. You also read the relationship between the 2 cards, plus you read the relationship between, say, the 1st card in the 2nd row and the 1st and 2nd card above it in the 1st row. And then you do the same with the 2nd card. You read it between 1st and 2nd card in the 2nd row and the 2nd and 3rd card in the 1st row. I hope that's clear. It sounds confusing to me. Next step, you go down to the 3rd row. Now, the 3rd row sort of coalesces the whole reading. You read that card related to the 2 cards above it, pair at a time, and then also the whole inverse pyramid should basically be summed up or reduced down to that single card on the bottom, the base of the inverse pyramid in the 3rd row. So I don't know if that's confusing or if I explained it okay. Sorry, I don't have a diagram to show you or a photo to show you, but I think I did do an overhead example of it in one of my channel videos. So if you want to look on my channel, you can find that. I think I just called it inverse pyramid spread. So that's the first 7 prompts in the Pappa Squirrel Tarot Vlogmas 2021 challenge. You might want to visit his site and check out the questions or prompts for the challenge and tackle them yourself. Enjoy and have a great holiday season. See you soon.